MrBeast launches a theme park in Saudi Arabia. In a quiet town in North Carolina, long before the world knew his name, a young boy sat in a small bedroom surrounded by notebooks, snacks, wires, and a cheap camera. His world felt tiny, but his ideas were huge. The boy was Jimmy Donaldson, who millions would one day call Mr. Beast. Nobody around him knew that this kid, sitting on the floor with a notebook full of strange lists and video ideas, was about to reshape entertainment. Nobody knew he was planning challenges, experiments, and projects that would one day reach the entire world. At that time, he was just a curious kid who believed one thing: if he never stopped trying, something amazing would happen. Jimmy spent hours studying YouTube, not casually watching, but studying, frame by frame, title by title, thumbnail by thumbnail. He didn't watch videos the way most people did. He watched them like a scientist trying to understand human behavior. He wanted to know what made people click, what made them stay, and what made them feel connected. He uploaded videos for years with almost no views, but he didn't quit. Every failure gave him new ideas. Every attempt taught him something. He didn't care about being famous. What he cared about was learning how to make something extraordinary. Then slowly, one video at a time, things began to change. His ideas became bigger. His pacing became sharper. His confidence grew. People started watching, then sharing, then waiting for the next upload. And eventually, he became Mr. Beast. He invented a new style of online entertainment built on insane challenges, massive giveaways, crazy concepts, and genuine kindness. He wasn't just a YouTuber anymore. He became a global phenomenon. His videos weren't just fun, they became events. His generosity changed lives. His stunts pushed limits. His ideas became larger and larger until they no longer fit on a single screen. Over time, something interesting happened. Even though his videos reached millions, he felt like the world he could build on YouTube wasn't big enough anymore. He had created giant sets, recreated entire cities, built amazing challenges, and changed countless lives. But he felt something more was possible. He started thinking, what if the worlds I build in my videos could become real places? What if people could walk into the crazy environments I imagine? What if families could visit a place built from creativity, fun, and kindness? The idea grew stronger. What he wanted wasn't just a new video. He wanted a physical world big enough to hold his imagination. He wanted a theme park, but not a normal theme park, not something following the usual rules. He wanted something shaped by the energy of his videos: wild, fun, challenging, unexpected, and meaningful. A place where adventure meets generosity. A place where games, rides, and stunts would feel like stepping into a Mr. Beast video made real. But there was a problem. He needed a partner willing to dream as big as he did. Someone who could handle huge ideas. Someone who wasn't afraid of building something bold, futuristic, and completely new. That partner turned out to be Saudi Arabia. At the time, Saudi Arabia was transforming rapidly. New cities were rising in the desert, futuristic projects, world-class entertainment zones, enormous architectural wonders, and global cultural initiatives were being created at historic speed. The country wanted innovation, excitement, and imagination. It wanted ideas that had never been done before. So when Mr. Beast presented his vision, a theme park built on creativity, challenge, and fun, the response was enthusiastic. Saudi Arabia offered land, technology, engineering support, and an open canvas where imagination could become reality. Together, they began designing a park unlike anything ever built. Teams from around the world came together: architects, engineers, game designers, robotics experts, safety specialists, storytellers, animators, and construction crews. The meetings were filled with sketches of wild ideas, test models, 3D simulations, and countless cups of coffee. The question in every room was simple. What does a real Mr. Beast world look like? Their answers turned into attractions that push the boundaries of fun and engineering. One of the first ideas was the Fire Loop Coaster, a high-speed roller coaster that launches riders through a circle of controlled flames. It sounds impossible, but with the right technology and safety design, the Fire Loop became safe, spectacular, and unforgettable. Drones would fly alongside the ride, capturing slow-motion clips of riders screaming, laughing, and racing through the flame ring. Another major attraction was the underground maze, one of the largest interactive mazes ever created. This was not a simple labyrinth. It stretched deep beneath the desert, glowing with futuristic lights, digital puzzles, and hidden chambers. Families could solve challenges together, race against timers, unlock doors, and trigger special effects. Every time someone completed a section of the maze, the system automatically donated a small amount of money to global causes, cleans water, food, shelter, education. It wasn't just a maze, it was an engine of generosity. Then came the desert water slide, a slide that dove beneath the sand in a transparent tunnel. Engineers developed cooling systems and reinforced underground tubes so riders could slide under the desert floor before being blasted back up into the sunlight. It became an engineering marvel, fun, safe, and visually stunning. Another major area was the gaming dome, a giant sphere covered entirely in LED screens. Inside, holograms floated, lights shifted, and speakers created a full 360-degree audio environment. Visitors could run through digital worlds, fight virtual creatures, complete missions, and interact with environments that responded to their movements. It was a mixture of gaming, sports, and immersive theater. And finally, there was the charity zone, the heart of the park. Everything inside it was designed around giving. Games didn't pay out tickets. They paid out donations. Arcade machines didn't give prizes. They gave food and clean water to families around the world. A giant leaderboard displayed how much money visitors had raised that day. Kids and adults alike could see the real impact their fun was making. Construction moved fast, with teams working day and night to bring everything to life. Drone footage showed structures rising out of the desert, like something from a science fiction movie coaster tracks, twisted in the sunlight. Giant animatronic structures were lifted into place by massive cranes. The park came alive piece by piece, but big dreams always face big challenges. One night, during a major systems test, disaster struck in the underground maze. Lights flickered, screens crashed. Air systems froze. Warning alarms filled the tunnels. The maze's complex power grid had overloaded. Sparks flew from panels. Engineers rushed in with tools and emergency lights. The entire system was at risk of shutting down. If they couldn't fix it, the maze, the centerpiece of the park, would be closed on opening day. Mr. Beast didn't wait for updates. He didn't stay at the top and hope for good news. He grabbed a flashlight and went straight down into the maze with the engineering team. He walked through dim corridors filled with wires, panels, and error lights. He asked questions, studied circuits, held flashlights, passed tools, and did everything he could to help. The problem was a loop feedback surge in the primary node. Specialists worked rapidly, rewiring circuits, replacing damaged parts, rebooting underground fans, updating software, and rebalancing the power grid. Hours passed. Dust and sweat covered everyone. But slowly, one subsystem at a time, the maze came back to life. Lights turned on. Screens rebooted. Cooling systems restarted. The maze began to glow again with bright colors and working puzzles. They had saved it, and the team celebrated deep underground, exhausted but relieved. When opening day arrived, excitement filled the air. People from around the world gathered at the gates. Kids held Beast-branded hats. Parents carried cameras and snacks. Influencers prepared their vlogs. Journalists set up microphones. The entrance gate, shaped like a massive beast head, lit up. Its animatronic jaw opened as the crowd cheered. Fireworks shot into the sky, even though it was daytime. The atmosphere was electric. Mr. Beast stepped onto the main stage wearing a smile that stretched ear to ear. The crowd roared. He thanked everyone involved: the engineers, the architects, the builders, the Saudi partners, his team, and the millions of fans who made the dream possible. Then he ended his speech with a classic Mr. Beast moment. "Everyone here today gets free lifetime passes." The crowd exploded in excitement. People screamed, laughed, hugged, and celebrated. It was pure joy, exactly the kind of moment Mr. Beast loves creating. As the park opened, families raced into the attractions, kids screamed on rides. Teens sprinted through the maze. Adults marveled at the engineering. The charity scoreboard climbed higher and higher as people played games and completed challenges. By sunset, the park was glowing, lights shimmering, music playing, laughter echoing across the desert. Late in the evening, Mr. Beast stood on a balcony overlooking everything. The Fire Loop coaster roared past. The gaming dome glowed with color. The water slides shimmered. The maze pulsed with life underground. His friends stood with him, Chris laughing, Chandler exhausted, Carl filming everything they watched what they had built, together. Mr. Beast took a deep breath and said quietly, "This is just the beginning." And everyone around him knew he meant it, because for someone who refuses to stop dreaming, a theme park is not a final achievement. It is a launching point. Thanks for watching this channel. Your support means everything. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button before you go.